I'm gonna make an apple tea cake. It's a classic cake that you have normally with a cup of tea. Like with a lot of cakes, I'm gonna start by sugar and butter, mixing those two together. I'm gonna take that off so that I can get better access. So I've got about 125 grams of butter and about a cup of sugar. So I'll mix this till it's nice and light and fluffy, and then I'm gonna incorporate the eggs one at a time. Now I'm only making a small amount of cake, so I only need 2 eggs. So I've beaten together my eggs, my sugar, my butter, and my cinnamon and my vanilla. So now I need to add my flour, my milk, and my apples, and that's it. Self-raising flour. I'm not gonna measure this. It's gonna annoy people, I know, but you're just after a certain texture. All right, a little bit of flour in. I need to add a little bit of moisture to it. So we're gonna sort of adapt it as we go. Stir this. All right, so now my apples. Grater, I probably need 2 apples. I'm gonna keep the skin on. A lot of people peel the skin, take it off. I love the skin of an apple. Peel, and then a lot of people squeeze the juice out. I'm not gonna squeeze the juice out either. All right. 1 grated apple can go in. I'm gonna grate 1 more, and then we'll give it, then I'm gonna stop whisking it with a balloon whisk and start folding it together with a spatula. Another apple in. So I'll get all of my apple in and then fold it together and decide whether I think I need more apple. Get a spatula now. Mix all this together. I'm gonna be a bit more gentle now with a spatula. All right, so now we need a little bit of milk. And salt, as I said. Apples and salt, a great combination. All right, let's bring this together. I don't know, I reckon I'm gonna be right with just 2 apples. Touch more flour. And I lied. I'm gonna do 1 more. I didn't lie. I just decided that I wanna make sure that my apple cake tastes of apples and is nice and moist. So 1 more. All right, that's 3 apples now. Now, for the best part, tasting the mixture. A lot of the reason most people bake a cake is to eat the mixture. Oh, yum. Who doesn't love cake mixture? It's so good. Oh, it's nice and salty too. All right, I'm happy with that. Take that off. It's gonna be nice and moist because it's got lots of apple in there. The actual batter is still really nice and light and fluffy. I'm happy with that. Just wanna butter this. I'm not gonna turn this cake out, so it's not in a spring form. I'm not lining it with baking paper or anything like that. Okie dokie. In goes our batter. Cake-handed. And I've got plenty of spring form pie tins. I do it that way a lot. But there's just something about these enamel baking trays that I love as sort of cake trays. And the way in which we eat in our family, and it's a great way of eating, I think, is at dessert time, this all comes out. I like that community idea of sitting down and having something like this together. And I think having it all in one tray like this encourages that. So the last thing I'm going to do is sprinkle some granulated sugar, raw sugar, demerara sugar, so one of those sorts of sugars, one that's been caramelized a little bit on top, just to help us get that like golden crust on top. It's just some caster sugar. So that'll help just caramelize the top. All right, oven, in it goes. I'm going to tell you sort of 40 to 45 minutes, but until a skewer comes out clean. And sort of the regular cake temperature, 180 degrees. So another way of value adding to the humble apple with a classic apple tea cake dessert. We have definitely done this at our place before, all sat around the table with a cup of tea and had a piece of apple cake with a little bit of clotted cream. That takes you back in time, I think, and it's hopefully something that each generation will never forget to do, is take a little bit of time every now and then to sit down and have a cup of tea, piece of apple cake, and enjoy each other's company.